Zakynthos has to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, but in order to get there I caught a flight from Milos to Athens and then a connecting flight to Zakynthos. Unknowingly, the area we were staying in was near the party strip, so it was definitely an experience driving to our hotel. It felt as though I was transported to Bali and Schoolies week. Okay, this is Sienna from the future on my last day, but I thought I'd do a little room tour because I realised that I didn't end up doing one, and this room is freaking awesome. This has been one of the best accommodations of the trip, so let's do it. So this is the bathroom, pretty basic. There's a fridge in here, cup of tea, all that jazz. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm notoriously a unpacker. Whenever I check in, I am straight to unpacking. It just makes my life a whole lot easier. Okay, and then we have the actual room, bedside table, me, the bed, little desk, and then obviously the best bit is here. My pool. And a racky, little seaty, and the garden. I checked in late the night before, so Joy and I spent hours catching up. So of course today we treated ourselves with a sleep in. During my time in Zakynthos, it was very hot, but the weather was very on and off, switching between overcast and sunny. But one thing I knew I needed was some rest, and this hotel provided the perfect oasis for a staycation. I didn't realise at the time, but this hotel was actually all-inclusive, so breakfast, lunch and dinner, as well as drinks, was all included in the stay. So mealtime definitely became our favourite time of the day. What do they have? They have like this cake thing. It's freaking amazing, and then like a chocolate one, but it's like not like a sweet cake. Oh my god! Like a nice and bready kind of cake, and then they have like croissants and all that kind of stuff. So yum, and then like all free cocktails and stuff. Oh my god, maybe I'll go get some. After lying around in the sun all morning, I decided to participate in one of the hotel's activities they offered. One thing I love about going to a foreign country is doing a cooking class, so as soon as I'm home, I can cook and be transported back to where I learnt these skills. Our go-to spot. Oh my god. Dinner. We were here before opening time. We're so excited. Cheers! Yeah. How cute is it? I strongly believe there is no better way to wake up than waking up to a floating breakfast. We're literally on our honeymoon right now.
We're in love.
We're in love.
And I have the hottest girlfriend ever.
I literally have the hottest girlfriend. And look, we're just getting spoiled. I should honestly just say every time I go to any hotel with a friend that I'm on
the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But literally, this hotel is just spoiling us rotten. What are you eating? The yogurt?
Yogurt, Greek yogurt. I'm not a Greek yogurt girl, but this is good Greek yogurt.
Really? Also that like, where is it? There was like a Nutella thing over there, and neither of us are like huge Nutella fans, but that shit is good.
I'm just gonna say it's homemade.
Yeah, it's homemade. Sienna on the driving grind. So pretty. Oh,
I love this, like the baby
oh my god! Are you kidding? I decided to be very, very brave and hired a car to drive from one side of the island to the other. And it was so worth it because I've never experienced a more beautiful drive than this one.
Beautiful, it's like the Teletubbies hill.
We decided to hire a private boat for the day, and while Milos provided some of the clearest water I've ever seen, Zakynthos provided the bluest water that I could only compare to Gatorade. I hadn't done much research prior to heading to Zakynthos, so when I was greeted with beaches and views like this, I knew straight away that it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to.
I manifested this tree, honestly. Joy's been saying how she wants to go get a fig tree. Literally, that's like one of my Greece. Like, it's not Greece if you didn't go pick some figs. So true. I'm new to this tradition. Yeah, you're new, so but true. Now that you know, you will never go to Greece again without picking some figs. Because they're just the best. Dinner time. We waited until 7:30 like good girls, but everyone else beat us. So we could have come.
Would have been here like an hour ago.
We've been so hungry we accidentally skipped lunch because we forgot our lunch box. Parmesan on everything.
So after our day of honeymooning, we're finishing up the night with some dessert.
We have no idea what's in it.
No idea. I'll probably have one bite and
go to the toilet. Yep. Joy and I are struggling in our tummies right now. You can take me down with just one single blow. But
say, I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean? No words will ever be able to articulate how grateful I am for Joy during this time. She never once made me feel bad for randomly crying at breakfast. I felt as though I could truly 100% be myself. And during our short time together, she really reminded me of the importance of female friendship and what a difference surrounding yourself with people that bring out the best in you makes. So Joy has left. She left today at 10 AM, which was so sad. So now I'm back to solo traveling, and I haven't really talked in here very much, but I am all over the place. I had an amazing day yesterday. It was so incredible. It was everything I needed, and it was the first day I hadn't cried since Nick went home. I am feeling really weird about solo travel because I really love it, and like, don't get me wrong, this is exactly what I want to be doing, but I'm really loving time at the hotel. And it's so incredible and so relaxing, and I feel like it's everything I need. But I feel slack because I'm not going out, and I feel like it's not really solo traveling if I'm just staying at my hotel, but there's so much that goes on in my hotel. I'm nervous to start editing my vlogs because I feel like it's going to be a bit of a trigger for me, but I'm also like so excited to do them, especially after hanging out with Joy and being so inspired by her YouTube. I think like I'm excited to like get these done with and then start trying to put more effort into YouTube because I just love it so much. But it's literally less than a week until I get home, which is crazy, and I have so many different feelings and emotions about it. Feeling excited to be back and seeing my family, feeling a little bit of dread going back to where all my problems are living, but also like excited because I am so excited to get more into work. I just feel like this hopeful feeling that like the world is not going to end just because I'm single, which is a big statement for me because I've always had a lot of anxiety about being single. I feel like I really need this solo bit just before I go home, just to have like space to sit and think. As much as I'm like hurt by a breakup, I know that it's definitely for the best, and the external forces that existed would have never wanted us to be together. Or made it easy for us to be together. I just like YouTube because I feel like I can just talk about my feelings, and if no one watches it, that's fine, but it's like this record for me to watch back when I go in a year's time, like, oh my god, I can't believe I felt like that. Like, I feel so much better now. Everything is worked out, everything's aligned, and it was worth it in the end. Like, I needed that to happen to make way for all these other good things. Now this is a freaking 10-minute recap. I am gonna continue on with my day. After spending the previous day going back and forth between the pool and reading my book, I decided to finally leave the hotel and explore a bit of the island. Cameo Island is known for its abundance of turtles that it attracts, as well as its cool little beach club. And although I didn't see a turtle this day, I was very proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone and exploring somewhere that wasn't very familiar to me. I'm a creature of habit and love staying within my comfort zone. And although I didn't go exploring the entire island and trekking up mountains, this little step provided me something to be proud of. Although I wish I explored more of Zakynthos now looking back at it, I'm provided with so much motivation now to come back and do it right. Once the heat was too hot, I retreated back to my hotel, soaking in this last day of calling Castelli my home.
I have spent the entire day in bed and now it's time to pack up my stuff. My flight is at 8:30 in the morning, so I have to leave here by 6:30 to go to the airport. So I'm like, I'm gonna pack up everything now, be ready in time for dinner, and then have an early night because I keep going to bed at like 12:30 and I'll probably go to bed at 12:30 again. But this is my second last time of packing up before I go home. That makes me feel so emotional. I honestly have so many different feelings about the fact that this trip has almost come to a close. It's definitely bittersweet and I feel like I could keep traveling and keep going different places, but I feel like this trip in particular needs to come to a close because I feel like I keep attaching all my beautiful memories to the trip that I went on with my ex-boyfriend. So I am excited to go home, but I think going end of August and September is the perfect idea. If you are thinking of traveling, this is the best time to go to Europe. It's so much cheaper, less tourists, so much chiller, the weather's a lot better. Like, you're still getting hot days, I'm still getting tan, but for a cheap price. So I think that's definitely better. But I'm gonna pack. That took me about an hour, which was like, at first it was so overwhelming because I just ripped out all my stuff and then tried to figure out what the hell I was doing. I did not think that my bag was going to close at all. That was such a struggle, but it did. This suitcase has been incredible. I did put a little bit of my stuff in Nick's bag because I was like, I've got an extra 2 weeks solo, I'm gonna send stuff back with him, so I reckon this bag would be perfect for like 3 to 4 weeks. I think 6 weeks, I was pushing it a bit. Like, I don't think I would have been able to do it if I didn't have Nick's bag to put my extra stuff in. But 3 to 4 weeks for Europe, it's perfect. It's so tiny. Look at her, she's so small compared to me, who's 5'2". She's freaking tiny and I love it. I wanted to read today because I was like, I'm in the hotel, I'm gonna lay in the sun and read, but I feel like I just have not been able to put down my phone. And it means that I'm avoiding something and I don't have the mental space to be reading, so I'm just trying to, I don't know, I think it's time for me to go back to Australia so I can go back to therapy, I can go back to journaling. I feel like I really need a good, solid journal. But I'm gonna go to dinner now. My last dinner here, and I won't even be here for breakfast tomorrow. So my last meal here. I spent this whole time thinking about what it would have been like if things were different and if someone else was here. And I'm creating all these delusions in my head of like scenarios it would have been like, but in reality it would have not been like that. And it can't be like that. It never was going to be like that. This is the way that things were always going to be. And I think living in this false reality of, oh, but it would have been like this and we would have been doing this and having fun and laughing, and it's that universe doesn't exist out there, or I will never know if that universe exists out there. I'm dealing with the reality of things now and in this universe, and I feel like no matter how much I dwell on it, it's not going to change anything. This is how it is. And in saying that, I'm going to go into the room, do some work and drink my tea and sign off for the second last time of my Euro Summer Diaries for 2023. I will see you in Athens.